Alright traders, I'm back again with another video. I want to take time to show you a live trade that I'm in using the Ichimoku system. We're trading the New Zealand dollar, US dollar on the 1 hour time frame. What we saw here, we got this TK cross, which is your Tenkan-sen and your Kijun-sen crossing each other. The Tenkan-sen is this light green line, and your Kijun-sen is your darker blue line here. I'm not going to go over all the components of the Ichimoku system. I have other videos that show that and talk about that, so we'll just go over this here. The reason we got into this trade was the crossover here. That's what alerted us to the trade. But I didn't get in at the crossover here because my Chiku span, which is my filter, it lets me know should I get in a trade or should I not get in a trade. And when your Chiku span is within this price realm, then that means you're basically consolidating, and you know you don't want to get into a trade. Then you want your Chiku span to be above your price realm or below your price realm. So when it's above your price realm, it's a bullish stance, and when it's below the price realm, it's a bearish stance. So we wanted that Chiku span to be above the price realm because we're going long here. Okay, so when finally Chiku span broke out of that price realm right here, it was this candle here. Now I saw this long candle, and then I had this here candle push up, and what I didn't want to do was two things. I didn't want to get into a trade because I saw this price level right here, which was a resistance level. So I knew if I got into this trade, I could get pushed back down. I wanted the Chiku span to break that realm, that resistance level. So I drew this symmetrical triangle here, and I knew that price was getting tight, and then it was going to be like a forceful slingshot move and push price out of there. So what I looked at here was, I said I didn't want to get in here because I'm too close to this this resistance line here. So price could have bounced up here and bounced off of this line and then went down, and then that would have been, a bad trade for me. Plus I was too close. It wasn't gonna make any profit if I had to get out right there. Okay, and then another thing I looked at was I'm too far from my Kijun. What happens a lot of times is prices, this Kijun is like a magnet. It's gonna pull that price back. It attracts that price. So when it gets too far away, it pulls it back to it. And as you see, price did come back to the Kijun, and then it stayed in this range here. It stayed in this little consolidation mode. Uh, and you look here, we didn't break this level here, so I didn't want to get in a trade right here because I knew that we would just be bouncing around off of this level until we had some full commitment of the market. Well, the commitment happened right here with the Kijun, with your Chiku span. It broke this level and closed above this level, and it was this candle here that closed above that level. If you can see that, I had this candle here close above that level, so I got in the trade right here, and then immediately the trade took off. But then I had a big candle here push back down, and it closed out on it touched off on the Kijun, and then finally the trade started taking off to the point of where we are now. Okay, now you see this last candle, this last hourly candle has this long wick sticking up. So what I'm going to look for is maybe price will close up here and might not break this level. So I could take some profit off the table, and then let this more than likely let this come back to a retracement level and then go again. Okay, but now I'm looking here. You want to start your trade off looking at your higher time frames. Okay, and you want to go at least 4 times your time frame. But I look at the daily to get my bias, and I got my bias here, which says that I'm bullish. Okay, because I'm above this Kijun. I'm above this Kumo cloud. So if you're above this Kumo cloud, then you're going to be bullish. And if you're below it, you're bearish. And if you're within it, it's a neutral stance. So you're supposed to not really take any trades on that time frame anyway. Okay, so I dropped down to my next time frame, which was my 4 hour time frame. And you can see on the 4 hour time frame, you got this trend coming up here. Okay, so the immediate trend was up. But the bias of the market at the time, we were in the cloud. Okay, but now we're above this cloud, so the stance is that we're bullish. But now we have a bearish Kumo future, And the thing about that, you could see it looks like we're trying to have a TK twist here. Not a TK twist, but a Kumo twist right here. So when your Kumo crosses over, your Kumo future will become a bullish stance. But right now it's bearish, okay? But I looked at this trend right here and I see I'm in this trend. Now the thing that scares me also is that you can see this 100 bar moving average, which is this blue line here, starting to roll over. Okay, and when it starts rolling over, you can see the market's losing some strength. That trend is losing some strength and it's starting to fall off. So what I did, I put my price target in here and I got that price target. Once again, we'll go back to the daily. And this daily time frame shows you right here that the high here is this level here. And I'm looking for the market to push up to that level and then maybe fall off, okay? Because you can see the trend is dying here on the daily time frame also, okay? So back to that 4 hour time frame, I see this trend here. Like I said, I got a TK cross, which is a bullish cross on the 4 hour time frame, and just worried about the strength of the trend, the strength of this trend that we had. It's starting to die off. Okay, so we'll go back to the hourly time frame where we were. This is where we're trading off of. So right now I'm profitable. Like I said, I wanted the Chiku span to break out of this level. Your Chiku span is support and resistance levels also. Just like these Kumo flat bottoms are support and resistance areas, and the flat tops, if you have any flat tops. Same thing with these points on the Chiku span. If you get a couple of these points lining up, like two or three of them bouncing off of each other at the same level, those are support and resistance areas. Okay, now like this level right here, if I put a line in here and show you, you see this point here and then this point here, and then if I put a line on that line on those points, and you could see that's almost right where the market was having issues getting through, okay, because that's support and resistance areas. And if we go back farther, you'll see that these points here line up with this line, and that line will line up with some other points back in the past history. But we're just going to look at this right now. So now I'm looking at this right here. Like I said, I'm looking for this market now to, looks like it may do a retrace soon. Kijun's going to start flattening out. When you see that flatten out, then you're going to know that price is going to want to start coming back to it. So you take a little bit off the table, and then maybe when you get back to the Kijun or within that area, put some Fibonacci's in there, or just go by your Kijun, and you get your price back near that level again. You can put another lot on the table maybe, and you just monitor your stop loss. Keep your stop loss at the next flat level of the Kijun. Wherever it flattened out, you want to put your stop loss. So if you're in a trade here, you see this flat level, you have your stop loss there and you got in here. So there's your flat level. Now this price moves up here, you move up to this level. And you just keep moving it up to these flat levels here, because that's where price is going to want to come back. But you're going to want to be a little below there, because price doesn't stop dead on that Kijun. It'll bounce under, go below it a little bit, try to knock out your stop loss, and then maybe close above it. Okay, but that's where I am right now, and I told you my price target, but I'm going to monitor this because, like I said, on the larger time frame, it appears to be getting weaker. But there's my target area right there. So I'm going to look for that, and I'll keep you updated and let you know how the trade is going. But just wanted to take time to show and teach. And one other thing to look at is I got this 100 bar, which is this blue line, and this blue line, green line here, my 200. But mainly I'm looking at this 100 bar moving average, and it's starting to point up this way. It was on a downtrend, but then now it's starting to point up this way. It's a little late to the party, but you see it's starting to point up that way, starting to point straight up, and it looks like it's getting ready to cross over this 200 bar moving average. And when it crosses over, it'll ride up above that. Now I'll just follow this out and see where I go. So I'll keep you updated on this trade and let you know how it's doing. But traders, just trying to take time to show and teach, and hopefully I'm helping someone. And until next time, God bless.